I'm seeing that I am live. And I just want to go ahead and go put it in my group. I have not figured out a way yet to go live in my group. It just wants to go to my business page or my timeline. So I can see that I'm live on my timeline and my business page. So, but now I'm lost. Here I am. Oh my gosh. So if you are a Zoom person and you know how I can go live in my group, would you please let me know? Because the group is where I really want to be. And I did go ahead and copy and paste, put it over there. So I should be live in my group and my timeline. But just to double check, I'll pull up my group and make sure. Sorry to waste all this time there. Yay. Okay. I just saw my friend Becky, who has this awesome group, Empowered Entrepreneurs Sell More. You should check it out if you are an entrepreneur. It's very inspiring. And she is definitely a great sales coach. And primarily because she understands me and what I do, she listens to my unique needs, which is important to me, right? Because we really want to stand out so people can see who they want to talk to and be inspired by. I'm very, choosy where I put my thoughts and my intention. And so I like to connect with people that resonate with me and my vibe. And I think that that would be the same for you too, right? And I got to tell you, I used to love, love, love having my lavender farm. And I don't talk a lot about it in my group or on my timeline because I've really, um, you know, moved into the next chapter. It would be like in a book if you were in the another chapter knee deep in the book and you were constantly talking about the second and third and fourth chapter, that would kind of keep the flow from going, right? So I don't talk about it that much, but I want to always embrace it because it was one of the most special times in my life. And I was thinking a lot. I haven't even really shared a lot of pictures, but I have pictures of it around me all the time. But here's a picture of one of our side fields. And we had these beautiful chairs that we sold there. They were called Pollywood. They were made from recycled plastic and they were really cool. We had them in different colors and we sold them. And we had 14,000 lavender plants that we planted ourselves, our family and some friends that were gracious enough to help us. And you know who you are, and we'll always love you. We had these beautiful oak trees, and we had paths like this all throughout the 14,000 plants. And any day of the week, you could find an artist sitting in a chair or painting in the fields, or maybe even a musician strolling and playing. It was absolutely stunning. It was paradise. I loved it so much, so much. And part of the reason why it's hard to talk about is it evokes great emotion. And that doesn't mean that I haven't let go. I mean, that I haven't let go of the emotion and the resentment, but I think that was like our baby and it was like losing a child. So it's just one of those things. But what I wanted to do and how I started this, and one thing I loved about the farm, just to back up for a sec, is, and here's another really fun picture. I guess you guys got me going on a rant, but we used to do these little postcards. This was my best marketing tool. And I put them in the hotels and the Airbnb. Well, they didn't really have Airbnbs, but they did have kind of like that. But back then, um, and then on the back, we'd have a little map with all our events. As you can see, we had a lot. We hosted 11 open studio art tours. Artists loved to come to our farm. I loved them. We had a lot of concerts. This one says, oh my gosh, I had no idea it would do this, but this time of year, I guess. This one says Stacey Earle and Mark Stewart. What a concert that was. Yeah, that's Steve Earle's sister. We had Grammy award winning artists and Craig Eastman, Kenny Blackwell, so many, Wally Barnick, just beautiful people that played at our farm. And I loved it. This is why I don't talk about it very much. But anyway, this was a great marketing tool. But what I loved about it is people would show up from these postcards every day and I would talk story. So good times. But what I loved about it was I would tell people about alternative healing and to look to themselves, their intuition and their inner guidance, and to plants. And we grew our food, we grew microgreens, we had a farm stand. We loved, loved, loved it. It was a 100-year-old farm that we purchased in 98 and transformed into a beautiful, and if you were ever there, you can know that I'm grateful for you. And I have no idea why on a live I am doing this, but this is starting the 12 day of Christmas that I saw Becky do in her group. Oh my gosh. She inspired me because I decided to come on for the next 12 days to actually push myself out of my comfort zone because I haven't really wanted to do as much video lately. I've been trying to get outside, and so I'm going to do more. A lot of these will be outside, but I'm going to kind of talk about some fun things over the next 12 days, and hopefully you'll tune in and share with someone to be inspired to never give up on your dreams ever. So today, I want to talk about some of my favorite things that I start my day with. Of course, when I wake up, I'm going through my gratitude and I'm stretching in bed. The best place to stretch. It's so much more comfortable. And I got to tell you, after breaking my leg and losing this beautiful farm, saying goodbye to it and starting over, it really started a whole new chapter. And that chapter of transformation has just been so beautiful. It's been many years, guys. There's no reason for me to be this emotional about it, but it is the holidays, and we think a lot about family and things that meant something to us. And that time was a very important time. But what I do when I express my gratitude in the morning, I then ask for inspiration. And that's why I love being an entrepreneur, being self-employed and waking up and really looking to what it is that how I can be of service today, and looking for inspiration. Of course, the night before, I always go through what's going on the next day. So I have an idea and I'm really making an effort to not overbook myself. I feel like busy is a disease and we don't need it, right? Just listen today to how many people tell you how busy they are. Not me. I'm flexible and I'm easygoing and I'm focused and I move with intention. So I want to talk a little bit about some of my favorite things I do after I do all those things, my meditation. And that, of course, would be to drink a glass of water. That's a non-negotiable. And then I like to have 1 cup, and I really sip on that cup very slowly. I mean, literally, I sometimes I pour it back in and start over hot. I never really even finish a full cup of black organic coffee. And guys, coffee is the most sprayed crop on the planet. And so you want to always drink organic. I can promise you this, it's very important. Organic and black. I love it. It tastes great. I sip on it. Then I have a splash of my Zango. Love this. Mangosteen, I have a little spot. It's phytonutrients, antioxidant. It's a great way to start my day. And I know it helps with my inflammation and pain. I love it, love it, love it. Highly recommend it. It's been around a long time. Brings happiness to a lot of people. Then I have some adaptogen gummies that I found that I love that help with mood and focus, just like my nootropic. I really like my nootropic, but I usually do the nootropic elixir when I have something really important that I need to focus for before BNI, before a meeting. And Bob, of course, this is great for Bob. This is really, 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 really good nootropics for your brain. Research it. Then after I have my mangosteen and then of course I'm so addicted to my collagen hot chocolate. Oh my gosh, this is not just a hot chocolate drink. This is an incredible drink that makes my gut feel so good. It's got adaptogens, turmeric, all kinds of the mushrooms. Of course, mushrooms are adaptogens, but it's absolutely incredible. I mean, I got to tell you, it's 10 grams of protein, including whey from grass-fed cows, happy cows, we call them, right? Nursed in season. This is really important. And marine and bovine collagen peptides. I have a nice cup of this and I put a splash of my black coffee in it and a splash of coconut milk. Coconut milk, organic, is the only milk I drink, and that's pretty much the only time I drink it. And I love this. It just really makes me feel good, and I'm getting some protein right away because I am a big believer in protein pacing. And so that's protein right away. And then you pace it throughout the day. I look at food as medicine. And so what do doctors do? They have you pace your medicine throughout the day, right? I'm helping my husband right now through a hernia surgery, and he's pacing these heavy drugs today. Hopefully he's off of them. It's every so many hours. It's the same thing. And it's very unusual for us because my husband at 75 and me at 61, we're on no medication. So to do this is very unusual. Food is our medicine, right? Food and good living. Anyway, I'm gonna just do a couple more and then I'll save some more for later in my 12 days leading up to Christmas. And just happy holidays, whatever it is that you celebrate. I hope that you're happy and merry the entire time. Gotta recommend these, and those of you who love them, love them. It's really amazing. A botanical energy adaptogens, prebiotics, probiotics, adaptogens, amazing stuff. Ginger, sparkling. It's an energy drink, but caffeine free. Makes your stomach feel so good. I tell you, I've had friends who tell me they got a stomach ache. They drink one, it's gone. So you've got to try my Bia. Bia. That's how you pronounce it. And I'm going to do two more. I'm going to save the rest for later. Of course, my collagen elixir, I really like to swig that down in the morning. I absolutely love it. Again, more protein, more protein. It's 5 or 10 milligrams of protein. I can't remember, but it tastes amazing. I love it. And it's what we need. We need to supplement with collagen, but you need to do it with something that's going to be bioavailable, single dose, amber bottle from the inside, guys. That's where beauty comes from. And my NAD. Now, this is a whole nother subject. I think save that for later. But NAD, it's really important. It's all over everywhere. They're talking about it. NAD, check it out. And I'll talk more about my morning routine and some of the things I do throughout the day to pace that protein in another live. I can't believe I went off on a tangent about my farm. I have talked about it a million times over the years and haven't really even felt that much emotion. So Christmas time was always an unusual time because I was doing a lot of internet sales, but not people would still come by, but there was no fields that were blooming. So we would do concerts. That's how we got into doing events, to do other things. And I just loved it. I loved our home and where we did it. And I loved our community there in San Luis Obispo County. I loved the Chamber of Commerce there in Tascadero. Big shout out to them. My many friends I made over the years that are now in my network and that have supported me over the years. And that I've also, I hope, I know, have inspired to live with more wellness and to optimize the quality of life because we're in the age of supplementation. Not to mention the age of Aquarius. I'm Aquarius, so I love saying that. We're in the age of Aquarius and the age of supplementation, and I believe we're going into a whole new golden age. So hold that thought. If you want to live with more joy, surround yourself with beauty. Start to feel more beautiful. Take care of your inside, your cells, so it can shine out through your eyes and your skin and your hair. And if you need some support, you know what to do. Go to theartoflivingjoyfully.com and schedule with me and sign up for my newsletter. And I'm doing something really fun now with a certain group of people. We're going to have a subscription group. And I would really love for you to learn more about that. So schedule a coffee chat with me. I'd love to collaborate, support you. And one other thing I love to do is I do private label essential oils. I still have my hand in the oil fields. I work with a lot of small family farms in California and Oregon, and even some in Europe. And we can help you if you'd like to brand with your own beautiful oil, lovingly made with your own label. Just imagine. So it's all about you. Make it about you. Make it a great day, and know that I'm okay. I really am. I think when we go through great loss, it stays with us, right? And it is who I am. And I loved the venue, the place of the lavender farm where I could speak with people and share stories. And I've got some good ones. And I plan over the next 11 times now in a row. I'm going to force myself. No, I'm going to be inspired to do it. I'm going to share some of those stories with you. And people would come back year after year to hear those stories. So I hope you'll come tomorrow. Thanks, guys. You guys have a great day. Bye.